good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, where this bottle feature around flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Nick chip. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No catch, so here's what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my blue in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Cats and snap back to fit the cat. So we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olan Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we by your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute. Good afternoon. We are in the building, man. Knicks Real Talk, the pregame show, Divine Shot Powers, Knicks Summer League, last game, man. Knicks in Indiana at 4:30. So they're gonna try to go out there and do another game and get some things accomplished before they get ready to take off into the training camp here. But first and foremost, let me bring my partner so we can get this thing popping. Shot Powers, what's up?
Peace, Divine, to you. Salute to the family in the chat. Woo, what a lot of hustle and busting to get over here at 3:30. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
CD, Krem's dad. Krem, what's good? Rasul, what's good? My man Walter Blackman, what's good, Walter? Good to see you as well. So to everybody in the chat, man. So to everybody where you stream in from on this early pregame thing, man. Like I said, man, I didn't even know it was early, ladies and gentlemen, so forgive me, man. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get the thing going, but let me stop what I'm saying and salute to the queen and then build the Queen Darlene. What's good, sister? Good to see you as well. But yeah, Shot Power, last preseason game, ladies and gentlemen, for the Knicks to go on a little sabbatical or hiatus, whatever you want to call it, until training camp gets here. But you know, the guys got a chance to go out there and do some things, man, today, and showcase their talent a little bit and see if they can have another meaningful impact, a meaningful outcome for the Knicks today before we kind of go on the hiatus. Big task at hand, my brother. What's popping? So my man, big task. Real talk, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me for breaking it up, but I always like to shout my peoples out. Real talk, man. But yeah, Shot Power, just a fourth game. Indiana, another team that we played in the playoffs as they sent us home last season, and round 3 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. So we got the Summer League team. Hopefully, we're going to take it out on them today. But other than that, man, it's been an interesting Summer League to say the least. Some of my guys finally came off vacation. Tyler Kolek and Marjan Beauchamp came off vacation. Finally had a good game the other day. So that was good to see. The rookie young guy, Mohammed Ben Dawara, he's showing he's pretty starting to make a lot of noise out there. Haka Purdy starting to make a lot of noise. What's your gut feeling? What you've seen so far in the Summer League, man?
Yeah, our guys, the guys that we already have signed to the contract are doing what they need to do. Tyler Kolek had a nice breakout game. Bacombe been having a couple of sporadically good games, and Tyler and Haka Purdy. Haka Purdy been in essence, Haka Purdy really been playing some good basketball, rebounding basketball, playing defensive rebounding, blocking shots. He's been playing some really good. And after he's coming with after that surgery that he had done. He's really filling into spots. And we got the other guys out there, like you said, Marion Bacombe. That's one of the guys I think the Knicks should get. I don't know how they're going to get him. Maybe they'll sign him in the two-way contract or something like that. But I think he's one of the guys that we don't really have, a 6'7" guy that can play some good defense. And if he gets hot, he can knock down a shot. He could go, turn it all around in one quarter. And McCullough Jr. I've been screaming about McCullough Jr. since we got him. So I hope that he somehow they could sign him to a two-way contract as well, and so he could come back and forth and play with the team and see where it goes from there. And I think Muhammad gets the nod for the veterans. I mean, for the rookies. And I mean, the big thing is who's going to be the third person with that two-way contract. I already mentioned Pacome, and I already mentioned McCullough. In my opinion, I think it's those two. Is it the young boy that we got from I didn't forget how to pronounce his name, or is it the Wall? You know what I mean? The one that we got in the trade for Cat. You know what I mean? So those are names that, you know, we gotta think about and see stuff like that. But aside from that, you know, Summer League has been what Summer League is supposed to be. Something to watch, have some Knicks basketball, and hope that our guys that came back from last year can get out there this year and score the basketball. And in last game they surely did that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we have some mainstays there. Obviously Daddy is on he's on
the roster.
Yeah, he's got a legitimate contract. But I think Muhammad Dewara, I like what he's doing for his size, man. I think that guy got a chance to get in a roster. Obviously Haka Purdy, Kolick and Daddy, we already know they're pretty much penciled in for as contract wise. So let's say you add McCullough Jr., McCullough, and Dewara. I think that's it right there. I think them the five you're going to get. I think the three we already had, and I think you add McCullough and Dewara to the team. And then I guess they take it from there. But some of them will make summer league. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Knicks maneuver this thing and make this thing work for them, man. Because these guys all deserve it. I think they have made I think Dewara him and McCullough made what is the word I'm looking for? They made a statement rather, like they should be on that roster. No doubt about it. You can't. McCullough definitely made a statement. You know what I mean? And the interesting one is Beauchamp. Maybe two-way deal with him again because Shao Powell, he's a 4-year guy. So what he did the other day didn't impress me at all because he should have did that anyway. He's been here 4 years.
He should already been that way already.
Yeah, he like a Kevin Knox to me. Summer League Kevin Knox, you know what I mean? So I bet the guy what he did didn't impress me at all because the type of competition you was playing against for you to be in the league 4 years that wasn't. So his 25 points, what it is what it is. You're supposed to did that anyway. But I do get it, But let's see. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Knicks organization finagle and maneuver these guys, man. Because some, like I said, some of them are deserving to be on the roster. And that's that, man. But other than that, man, I'm looking forward to the game today. Like Indiana, this ain't the big stage, but they did beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't get any with Indiana, and I want to beat it. I don't care what it is. So I'm hoping that they go out there and get it done, man. But that's for the sake of just ending it out on a good note. They beat Brooklyn, obviously, and Brooklyn they got they ain't really playing for nothing. But anyway. On that note, Shapa, I was happy with the outcome last game. Guys went out there and played, like I said, and they got to go there today, play one more time before the thing over, man. And I really want to see. I don't know if these guys are going to play for as McCullough and Daddy A. I'm not sure about that. If they're going to play or not today, and so we'll see if they play or not. If they're not severely hurt, but I doubt we get to see them though. They might just get sitting on now and don't risk anything like that, and see if they can get ready for the next one. But I'm hoping Dewara get out there, have a big game today in the sense of just showing his skill set. I want to see his point production, like just like Beauchamp had 25 the other day, Kolick had 25. I want to see my man Dewara. They let him loose in the offense, like he really go for a shot, not being selfish and nothing like that, but play within the confines of the team. But I do want to see him go out there and put up some shots a little more. But I think the guy got an interesting bag to be 6'10", 6'9", whatever he is. Can get up the court like that. He got athleticism. So I really want to see how his game going to maturate today. I hope he can go out there and get it done.
Yeah, I concur. I'm with that. You know what I mean? It's not to really like you said, I don't think that Pacome plays because of that injury. He's already on a contract. You may not see any minutes from Haka Purdy. He has a contract. You may see some sporadic minutes from Tyler just because they don't have that many point guards. But then again, you might not see no minutes from them. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? The guys that get out there, I would like to see I would like to see him get out there and really ball hog. You know what I mean? If you want to call it that, ISO basketball or anything that you want to mention. I would love to see him get out there and really rev it up, because I think he is going to get signed. Whoever they sign for the veteran minimum, I think he gets signed. So let's see what happens. I think they play him today. I think he can make a statement, and I don't think any of our guys that are signed onto the team, like I said, Tyler or Pacome or Hakapurdy, will probably not play today. In my opinion, I don't think they will play, unless it's something else. But I don't think there's a need for them to play today. They're already on the team. Let all the other 13, 14 guys that we got round out the roster. We're not going to no playoff game and not like that, so no need to put these guys out there unless they want to go out there. I mean, they don't need no reps. We're going to have more than enough reps for these guys in the next 6 to 8 weeks before training camp starts.
Yeah, real talk. I kind of missed that tournament they had in Summer League, though. Because I always, no matter what level it's on, you always want to fight for something, and I mean, it brings out the best in you. But anyway, they don't have that anyway. So, but just close out on a good note for that matter, and just get ready get into the all season and get it popping, man. Because we got this a big year for this coming up. We got new everything. We got a new coach. Gonna be a new philosophy. Gonna be a couple of new systems. So I'm just trying to see how this is gonna pan out. But I want to see you cats go out there and get it, man. Let me shout out to the chat, man. Listen to everybody in the building. What's good? Like I said, Queen Darlene, Rasul, Crim's dad, Craig McQueen, what's good? Big Taz, my brother, everybody, man. So to everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure you hit that like, subscribe early for your brothers, man. We in here. It's the pregame show at Divine. It's Shot Powers. It's game day. Knicks in Vegas, man. Summer League about to go out there and get it popping. It's another other thing popping off in outside of the Summer League. Then we'll talk about that later, y'all. So y'all stay in the building. We'll talk about some other things pertaining to the Knicks as well, but we just want to make sure we do the pregame thing and get that out the way, because these guys really got a chance to go out there and showcase one more time for the national audience anyway. Not only their team, not the Brass, but the national audience, because you never know where these guys might end up. You got guys on that team like Bo Chan, Aaron Watson, who was on the team last year, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, he was on the team last year. Bo Chan was on that team last year. So these guys playing for something too. You know what I mean? It might not be with the Knicks. It might be somewhere else. Who knows? But they are playing for something, man. So go out there and showcase your talent and get it done. But I think like you said, a couple of guys we got us locked in, and I think they'll be here, at least training camp wise. But unless somebody get traded, you never know. There's gonna be, we still got some things out there got to get resolved one way or the other. Like I said a few minutes ago, we talked about the McHale thing a little later on, because I think that's an interesting tidbit there. Why from when you hear from Begley and them about that situation. So we definitely gonna chime into that, man. We're gonna dive into that and talk about that a little later on. But other than that, man, these guys, we had some guys that did some things the other day, man, and I'm not mad at them. Let me show you some stats right quick, ladies and gentlemen. Then we get back at it and we move on and everything like that. Because I know this is kind of dull when we talk about the same thing for a minute. So. But look at for me it was interesting. I had ladies and gentlemen, I text Shop Powell there. They look like Tyler Cole about to go for 40.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, Bo Champ had 25 points, and Tyler Cole had 25. Watson had 12. That's why Dewarra. That's why I want him to have a kind of go out there and get it, unleash himself today. He was a -7. He had 7 points. But I want to see he only had 30 field goal percentage, 37. That don't really mean nothing, ladies and gentlemen, because it is summer league and none of that's gonna be all that percentage stuff, and all these stats it's really nothing. I just want to put out there and let you know what these guys what they are doing. Lucas Suka had 9. He obviously he can shoot the ball well, but our main guys, like Hakapurdy, I meant to say. He only had 5 rebounds, but he's been killing it though. He has been doing some rebounding in the summer league. He only had 5.
Man.
Yeah,
5 rebounds. Didn't he have like 2 blocks?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, man. So he, like I said, between him, Tyler Kolek and these guys, they're gonna be there. The ones that didn't, I thought a lot of people was talking about was Dink Pate.
Pink, that's the new guy I'm talking about.
Dink Pate, he haven't really got going per se. What reason I don't know. Like I said, this is a different situation with Jordan Brink there, the coach that's coaching the New York Knicks right now. Jordan Brink, I can understand the situation. So, but a lot of these guys are going to see training camp. That's about it. They're going to see the G League. We don't even have enough roster spots to even remotely put some of these people on here. And some of them not even worthy of being on here. Let's keep it 100. Some of them not worthy of being on it. That's the top tier NBA team itself, the big boys rather, because a lot of them, that's why they are where they are right now. They big boy skills haven't translated to being able to be on an NBA team. And I don't foresee a lot of them even being there, except for the guy that was on there last year. And now you got to throw the rookie boy in there. But other than that, man, we just got to go out there and play ball today, have some fun with it, and close the thing on a good note. You know what I mean? It's always fun to see good Knicks basketball, ladies and gentlemen. But after that, it's going to be pretty much really the true off season for the guy for a while, because we done got past the free agency and all that good stuff. So now once we get past this part of the summer, it's really going to be like a hiatus in between to now, and training camp revs up and things of that nature. So we got the whole August pretty much in July for these guys to go out there and work on their game and see what's going to happen. Knicks still got some things they want to do out there, ladies and gentlemen. As far as adding to the roster, they maybe talking about adding another player there on that vet minimum. Who it may be, I cannot tell you, but it's a lot of noise out there, and was interested in me. Oh yeah, I forgot, ladies and gentlemen. Let me throw it up there because he's well deserved of that. Salute my man, OG Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen. Happy
born day, baby.
Born day to the OG. Hopefully he come back feeling good this year, man. Get in there and do what he did last year. That's why I'm really interested to see how Mike Brown gonna unlock him. I think Mike Brown gonna unlock Anunoby this year. I really believe that, because I really believe that, because the way our offense was kind of formulated last year, he had a good year too. But I think he gets unlocked this year. I really do. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year for the Knicks. So let's see how it goes, man. But happy born day to him, and all that good stuff, man. Shout out. I'm looking forward to this guy. But I was listening to. I happened to zooming, doom strolling through X the other day, and I heard Ian Bentley talking about the McHale situation, ladies and gentlemen. I got McHale on the block. No, they were saying that everybody waiting to see what this Giannis thing, how it's going to unfold in Milwaukee. And that's why he haven't extended him. So I don't know how. I know Ian Bentley won't put stuff out there if it's don't have legs to it. You know what I mean? He won't do that. You know what I mean? I think his he's a stand-up.
He's a New Yorker. He's a New York beat writer, man.
Yeah.
He keeps him 100 for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because we had some beat writers there. Definitely wasn't 100. They didn't keep 100. Yeah. He does. You know what I mean? But anyway, I heard him on a putback. Was that the playback? The putback? Yeah, the putback. Yeah, he was talking about that. The Knicks haven't signed him yet because they kind of waiting to see what this McHale thing, the Giannis thing is going to go. Ladies and gentlemen, what's y'all take on that? Shop Powell, let me ask you a question. As a player, even though you know this is a business, what you think his mindset is, knowing that they waiting to see this dude so they haven't signed me? Does he take that as just a business thing? Okay, it is what it is. I mean, this is the nature of the business. Or does he feel, how would I say, slayed? Or, we should take on this thing with the situation with Mikal Bridges, because due to the fact he's eligible for this extension, but they haven't did it because they wait to see what's going on with Giannis.
I'm gonna put it out there because everything that I put out on X, I put out as a spin. But my spin on this is Mikal wants the whole shabill. Mikal wants the whole 157 million. He wants the 4 years. He wants the whole shabill. So they're gonna see if they can spin it off and go get Giannis and give up Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart. You know what I mean? We picked up some guys. The worst thing about this trade is that we're gonna have to pick up some other players. Unless we get another player back with the Freak, we're gonna be 2 players down. You know what I mean? So instead of us starting the year with 14 players, now we're back at 12 players. You know what I mean? So that's something to think about. You know, it's a business, so he could probably either be sitting there saying, you know, it's a business, or he told the front office, yeah, I think I'm going to lean towards, I want that full bag. I want that full bag. And the office is not going to, probably going to give him the full bag or close to it. But they saying, all right, well, we're just going to wait until find out what's going on with Giannis. So, I mean, you know, whoever is holding out or however is holding out, it is what it is. It's a business. You know what I mean? And how can you be mad if you Mikal Bridges and you in the trade for Anakupo? I mean for the Greek Freak. I was in the trade for the Greek Freak, and so that makes me a good player too.
Right.
I'm in that trade that the Greek Freak got the Knicks to get him over here. So I was in that trade. I made that trade happen. That's how good I am. So we'll see what happened. I didn't think that it would be incorporated cat for two reasons. Then that would mean that Milwaukee is totally blowing it up because I really think that's why they say Mikal, Mitch, and Josh Hart. You know what I mean? You know, all contracts that's coming off the books. Josh Hart is another year or two. Mitch is coming off the bag, and Mikal's coming off the bag. So, you know what I mean? That's what they want. I think if the Freak leaves there, they're blowing it up. You know what I mean? And the deal is for Mitch. Now, if you want to make it, you know, sounds even more stupid, you're talking about Mitch is going to a team that has Mikal Bridges there. I mean, what's the center from the Pacers?
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. I don't know if that deal works now. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it doesn't work. The money works, but I don't know if they want Mitch now. You know what I mean? So now it might have to be somebody else. So let's see what happens. It may sound like it may be Mikal, but next thing you know, it might be Josh Hart and OG Anunoby. And I mean, that money worked too.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it won't. I don't think they will have to pill out that much because I think first of all they probably do a sign and trade with Mikal.
I don't think the Knicks could do a sign and trade. They're at the cap. That means they would go over the cap. If you sign, that means it'll hit your cap. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but if
what I mean by that, but they also going to be relinquishing another player. I mean, so. Giannis is at $50 million. So make sure I'm saying this right, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all bear with me. If you trade Mikal and somebody else that equal Giannis' money with his extension, would that make a difference? Because you still bringing in $50 million with Giannis, regardless of what even if in order to get Giannis numbers. You still bringing in $50 million. You still be over the cap. I mean, if you bring in $50 million, you got to send out $50 million, right? Basically,
right. So, I'm not 100% sure, but I think because of the sign and trade, the signing of the trade will put them in the second apron, and that would limit them to one-on-one movement of picks, so they couldn't add another pick. Like if you were saying you're gonna take Mikal and you're gonna sign him to $30 million, you know what I mean? That's $30 million. That's something that I don't know. That means that you would have to take that money and go over the cap. You know what I mean? In order to make the trade. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where. So it works if you trade Mikal at the price that he's at now.
On this year's contract.
Right. Because if you add the money to this contract or sign him now and then trade him, and I mean, I'm not even sure if you could do that because in a sign and trade, I mean, you sign him to the contract and the contract can't be initialized. I mean, 6 months you have to wait to be on the contract or something like that. Some other things haven't done so much homework on this. So Divine, I might be spitballing too. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound like but I think if you sign and trade, that will put you over the cap, and if you that will put you over the cap. So now that relinquishes you to only making if you sign it for Giannis, you have to sign someone for $50 million. And I mean, so that means you almost have to give Mikal $50 million. I don't think that.
So right now, Mikal's at 23. Mitchell Robinson's at 13. So you got to send out 14 more if you were to do that trade.
You add Josh Hart and you bring back Kuzma. You get Kuzma and you get the Greek Freak back, and the money kind of works.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all think Jalen Brunson feel about that? First of all, you losing both of his boys. I know it's a business, but he also took a less money to help his fellas out, or to help the Knicks get better. Maybe not to help his fellas out, to help the Knicks be.
Yeah, to play around with the money. Yeah, get it on the back end.
So I wonder how I don't know if he would. I don't know if he feels some type of way because he played 2 years without my man Mikal here. So I mean, it's not like like he tied to it, but I know them dudes they got a good rapport together, and they go back. So but they got.
I'm not so think he'd be so caught up on Mikal. I think he'd be more caught up on Josh Hart.
That's right.
Josh Hart, I think he'd be more caught up on. I think he'll have some feelings about Josh Hart. Mikal, I don't think he'll have so much feelings. And I mean, I think he was a little hurt when DiVincenzo was traded, but it's part of the business too. You know what I mean? So I think he would now to lose both of them at the same time. Ooh, what a blow that would be. But the overall picture, yes, you want to win with your boys, but now you got somebody over here, Giannis. So you saying Jalen Brunson, Giannis, and Cat, and you got OG.
Word. That's what I'm talking about.
And you still got OG. You still got a whole lot of stuff that you got to figure out. It's a whole lot of stuff that you got to figure out. But you telling me you got Cat, you got Giannis, you got OG Anunoby, and you got Brunson?
I think that front line. Would be top 5 in the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen,
top 5. And you talking about defense?
What do you like the dude or not? What do you think the man gave not? But Anunoby, Cat, and Giannis. I'm gonna tell you why I like this thing. One reason I like this, for ladies and gentlemen, for real. Giannis doesn't affect Karl Anthony Towns' game because Giannis is not an outside player.
Facts.
He's like a Mitchell Robinson who could get buckets down here. You know what I mean? I like it for the reason that he's a shot blocker. He can block some shots. You got Anunoby right there, and you squeeze them in between Cat and Brunson on the outside, or whoever going to play the two, do some Bride. I don't know whoever. I don't know, but it's interesting, man. I let's see how it goes. But I don't think
now watch this, Devon. Now I'm gonna just mess it all up since we're just throwing out there. Now you're talking about you go get this veteran. Now you go get you a Marcus Smart, or now you go get you a not Bradley Beal. You go get you a Marcus Smart. You go get all right, let's just say Marcus Smart, because that's or you go get him. I like Brogdon. My opinion, I like what Sims can bring us, but I don't think Sims is at the bottom of the list. I like Brogdon, but Brogdon has not played more than 65 games in the last 5 years. So the more I think about him, the less I think about him, because I mean he might not be there when we really need him. But you're talking about Marcus Smart, even though he was hurt last year. But you're talking about you can bring in Marcus Smart, and you bring in Muhammad. You know what I mean? Now, and in that trade that you trade Josh Hart, Mikal, and Mitch, you bring back Kuzma. You know what I mean? I believe Kuzma money altogether, that's like $60-something million with the 3 guys that we giving up, and those 2 guys, I think if the money matches up about the same, $60-something million. So it kind of matches. And I mean, you bring back Kuzma, and now you bring in Marcus Smart with McCullough. Now you got your 14-man roster. Now you got a 14-man roster. And if you really want to get funky, now you can probably wait 2 weeks into the league, and then you can sign somebody else with a prorated deal. You know what I mean? To make the full roster 15-man roster like they did last year. Something similar to what they did last year. So it can happen. It can happen. You know what I mean? The second we talking about the second unit last year was crap, but it can happen, and it would be different because we have Yakapurdy. I mean, we have Yakaselli, we have Hakapurdy, and we have Clarkson. You know what I mean? And we still got Deuce. You know what I mean? So that's a 9-man rotation. I mean, that's a 8-man rotation right there. You got those 4 guys right there, and you got Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Cat, and the Greek Freak. That's 8. That's 8 right there. So if you want to, now you talk about bringing in Marcus Smart. Now you can put Marcus Smart in the starting unit. Now you got a 9-man rotation, and now you can mess around with Patty Pacome. Now you can mess around with all these extra, that one person that you want to, if you want to fill out this 10-man roster. It'll work.
Yeah, hey, real talk.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the money worked too.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is really not a Knicks Real Talk thing. This is a New York Knicks thing. The Knicks is talking about the New York Knicks is talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever.
Not us. Yeah, we
just putting it out there, and we gonna play GM because it's out there. We're just gonna play GM, but the New York Knicks must think that they can get this guy. Now, whether they get I'm with Rasul. I don't think they're going nowhere. I don't think he's going nowhere. He's going to stay in Milwaukee. I don't think he's going nowhere but I do believe if he was available, the Knicks would go after him, and it makes sense. It makes sense.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
every other team is.
Listen, right. You got like I said, you got some teams who got loaded this offseason. Some teams that's gonna be a problem out there. And you got teams like that's really gonna get it done. So I think it only makes sense, ladies and gentlemen. You could take Brunson and Cat, but I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. Giannis is on a higher level than them. Let's not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. This man that can play. So he put up 33 and then it's a year or some shit, like 33 points and 12, 15 rebounds.
Yeah, you're talking about 13 and 30. I mean, 30 and 13.
If we don't get him, somebody gonna get him. And we better hope the team that get him don't be in the East with a team that's already.
Semi good.
Yeah, man. Forget all that.
Don't let Giannis go to Cleveland or some shit like that.
Let him go to the wrong team, ladies and gentlemen, because he will put that team over the top. Listen, his numbers don't lie. That's all I can say. His numbers don't lie. Do we need him? No, we don't need him. But if that thing became a reality, then you go do what you got to do. If you don't have to move Cat and Brunson.
I got you, Divine. Would you do the deal? What would you do the deal?
What's
the Greek Freak for Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart, and we get the freak. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing. I love the guys too, but you talking about moving the goalposts. You talking about you want to get to the finals. You want to go contest against these West Coast teams that are going to be fighting tooth and nail. It's hard in the West. You get Giannis with the Knicks. When you're talking about, you got Cat, Giannis, OG, and JB, and in the backcourt you got Deuce, Clarkson, Yabusele, and Hakapurdy still. And the rookie that you get, you put him in the second unit. You know what I mean? Or you put Pacome. You could start Pacome to be that 10th man. I mean, to be that 9th man. And in the starting unit, that veteran that we want to pick up, whoever that veteran is, Marcus Smart. You want to get Marcus Smart? You want to put him in the starter? There go your starter. Marcus Smart with Jalen Brunson, with OG Anunoby, with Greek Freak, and with Cat. Or if you want to, you tell me what veteran, because the biggest thing everybody's talking about right now, what I see on X, everybody wondering if it's going to be Ben Simmons, is it going to be Landry Shamet, is it going to be DeLon Wright, is it going to be PJ Tucker, is going to be who is going to be. You know why we don't know who it's going to be? Because why the Knicks don't know who it's going to be? Because of Giannis. Because if we get a chance to get Giannis, then we're going to get a true player to go in here to help the starting lineup Mark my words, man. The reason why I'm not saying that we lost a lot of these games last year, but a lot of that, one of the biggest things that we lost last year was a shooting guard in the starting unit, that DiVincenzo type guy that we had in the starting unit last year. You know what I mean? Which Josh Hart filled in for. We played beautiful last year. Don't get it twisted. I'm not taking anything from Josh Hart, nothing like that, but we missed that guy. So I'm just saying, just putting it out there. We ain't, like you said, Devon, we ain't the Knicks, but if you want to talk about it, I make you listen.
Yeah. Hey, I look at it this way, like real talk. First of all, salute everybody in the chat, man. I praise you in the building, praise with Boston there, man. What's good with you, man? Drip Moore, what's good? AP. To the whole chat, man. Everybody, man. Real talk, man. My man Fave was good, man. Good to see you as well. To everybody in the building, man. Real talk, man. We ain't here, man. Like I said, man, we just talking this thing, man, the Giannis thing, because like I said, the guy, like Mitchell Robinson got an expired contract. So I don't see why Milwaukee wouldn't do that. I don't see why Milwaukee wouldn't take Mitchell Robinson, because that money come off the books. That's just an aspiring deal. Josh Hart don't got that many years left on his deal. So I don't think none of this happens, but Giannis, Cat, and Brunson, that's the hard to F with right there, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon my French. It really is. I mean, because all you gotta do is, and then you got Anunoby right there. And I don't care who you plug in at the two. You know, you could put Beauchamp in there. And I don't even like that.
If you really want to style it out, now you're talking about, you can go ahead and get Ben Simmons, or you could go ahead and get a Malcolm Brogdon, or you could go get some of these other guys that you want to talk about.
Rasul, appreciate that. Rasul said, Brogdon went to the Lakers.
Oh, he went to the Lakers? Okay. That's a good move for him.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like I said, because you know what's so crazy now with the way the new CBA is, ladies and gentlemen, the new CBA kind of got this trade thing like free agency almost to me. It's like people don't want to spend a ton of money unless you somebody like OKC who rightfully so going to get a guy who helped them win a championship. They max deals like Williams and Hogan and them, because they're young. SGA, and like I said, it's a superstar driven league, and the superstar wanted to check the ring this year. SGA.
Yeah, by next year, a lot of that team will be going. They're already they damn near at the Supermax. But who cares when you win a championship?
Right.
I mean, who cares when you win a championship?
Yep. But yeah, man, I think other than that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I just wanted to put it out there because it was out there in the universe. Ian Beckley reported, you know what I mean, that maybe the Knicks just might be waiting to see what the Giannis thing going to happen. You know, you still got LeBron James out there. I know a lot of people don't want him in the fan base, but I don't give a fuck. Take anybody on that level. You go out there and do it on your way, make your team get decimated by giving up too much. But I do think Giannis stays in Milwaukee. But it's interesting. It's really interesting to see. But man, I ain't got no problem with that. I mean, I look at numbers and I look at what you do. Giannis gives it to anybody in the NBA. Him and Cat and Anunoby would be a damn good ass front line, ladies and gentlemen. Now you got Sergon, KD, and my man, you got let's say if LeBron James wind up in Dallas, now you got Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyrie, Cooper Flag, Bobby, Daniel Gafford. I mean, you know, it goes on and on. Then you got a lot of teams gonna be looking to retool to do some things. I mean, Minnesota gonna still be in the link. Over here in the East, you look at it over here, obviously Cleveland gonna try to still make noise. Orlando has got better. I'm not too much worried about Atlanta Hawks. I don't know why people keep making it like they got Porzingis now, but they still ain't moving the needle to me. But Detroit gonna try to make some noise. So you always want talent, but I don't want it to the detriment of destroying the team. But I don't think this move will destroy the team. I think it only helped the team.
If we get Giannis, listen, Divine, I'm gonna take my hat off for this one. We get Giannis, we still got Jalen Brunson. We still got OG Anunoby. We still have Cat. We still have Deuce McBride. We still have Clarkson. We still have Yabusele. We still have Hakapurdy. We still have Pacome. We still have Muhammad. What we complain about? What we complain about? That is that's what 12 people right there, right? You pick up you so I'm missing somebody. Somebody I'm missing. It should bring because we will bring Kuzma here. So we would get Kuzma.
Well, why bring a Kuzma here though?
For the money.
So
if we trade.
Oh, you got to put with Giannis, you saying, to make the money work.
Right. If we're talking about Mikal, if we're talking about Mikal, Mitchell Robinson, and Josh Hart, you know what I mean? That's 23, 20, and 13. That's 60. That's like 60 something, 60 million. Giannis is at 50 million, and Kuzma is at 11 or something. I think the numbers. If I remember that those three for those two was about 60 something $million. So that's how the package. Because with Mitchell Robinson and Mikal, you don't make $50 million.
No,
you don't make the $51 million.
35, 37.
Yeah, you don't make.
Josh Hart to put you at 52. Josh Hart to put you at. I don't think you need Kuzma. I think Josh Hart he make 18 million, 19.
Yeah, 18, 20 million, something like that.
No,
I think he ain't at 20. Well, maybe it's 20 million, 18. All right, let's say 18. So you figure 18, him and Mitch is 30, 31 plus 23.
Without my man.
Huh?
You can get them without that. You don't have to get Kuzma in there.
Yeah, so those three would probably just be for just for Giannis. Those three would just be for Giannis then.
Thank you,
Rob. I mean, and then you gotta include some first round picks or some second round picks or something like that. First thing is Giannis has to say, I want to be traded. And the second thing is I want to be traded, and I want to be traded to the New York Knicks. And I believe, in my opinion, that Milwaukee be like, all right, Giannis, you got us a championship. You have been a stand-up guy all this time for me. That's where you want to go. All right. If they do that, then they're rebuilding. So the Miles Turner deal is going to suck for Miles Turner because he's going to be on the team with a whole bunch of Tito's. He's gonna be the Michael on that team because John is going to be gone. All the rest of them guys are going to be gone. It's just going to be him and Bug Dot guy that used to play with us in New York.
Oh yeah, Bobby Portis. Yeah, Bobby Portis. But yeah, they not. Yeah. That's why Fabian. That's why I think Fabian right. Like Kuzma made $22 million. Like he ain't money want that. Please.
I don't know why I thought Kuzma. What? I got
nah. But let me ask you a question. Isn't Damian Lillard signing with Golden State? Or did he sign with Golden State? I mean, like the NBA just got tough. I mean, it really is. I mean, I think with the team we got now, I think we get to the finals in the East. But when we get to the finals, it's going to be a different story with some of these teams. That's the way they retooling out there, man. So everybody trying to get better. Like I said, and the way they doing it now is not by signing people. It look like it's about buyouts and all that stuff, man. We're going to lose some people that we don't want to lose in with this new CBA. Oh yeah, Dame might go to Boston. Rasul. Okay, for a minute I thought he might be going out there, and that's a scary situation too. Let's say if my man Jason Tatum don't be out the whole year. They said rehab going well. You got Dame, him, and they brought in a couple of other guys down there. You still got they core dudes, White and Jaylen Brown. You got a lot of teams that's gonna be fighting. I think that what we did in the offseason for the New York Knicks right now, ladies and gentlemen, with Yabusele and Clarkson, I think that helped us out a great deal, but I still think we need to do something else. I still think we need to bring in another player. So we got to make sure that we are our tools in the shed is sharper than everything because it's going to be a pretty good end to the year this year. I don't, for me, I think the guy that we looking at, like, we trading, just to piggyback off the chat, Mikal Bridges is a talented player. But I don't think the Knicks I think giving up Jalen Brunson and Mikal, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't see why it is. So you might have to sweeten the pot with players and picks. I don't know. I don't even think it's gonna happen. But I do think that it's out there in the universe. The New York Knicks got they talking about it. So let's see what they willing to give up, Who knows? If we know, it's only two stars on the team. I mean, it's only Cat and Brunson. Everybody else is,
I mean, there's another way they could get him. They could probably do Cat and give up Tyler or Pacone, one of the young veterans, and give up some of their first round picks and 30, 31 or some crap, or maybe some second round picks. That money might work a little better too. You're giving up 2 people to get 1 back.
I think that's a lateral move. You don't think that's a lateral move though?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, pretty much.
Yeah, you trade Cat for Giannis. I mean,
that
I don't think that puts the Knicks no further than where they at right now.
I mean, unless you want to talk about you do that move and you got Mitchell Robinson, the Greek Freak, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. I mean, and Jalen Brunson as your starting lineup.
That's a terrible shooting team. Mitchell Robinson, Giannis, and oh hell.
Mitch, Giannis, OG, Mikal, and Jalen Brunson. That would be your starting unit if you did that move that I said.
Your 3-point percentage would be the only people out there gonna knock them down is Mikal and Brunson.
So OG.
Yeah. So I'm an OG guy, but he's not like he's a 39 shooter. He shoots good from the corner, but he I don't think I would have a problem with it. I don't think it makes it better than who we are.
Yeah. I'm with you with that, Divine. I mean, in my opinion, I would probably prefer Giannis with Cat. You know what I mean? Giannis is used playing with another big man. You know what I mean? A big guy. And Cat, who better? You talking about the in and out. Giannis drive to the hole and kick the ball out. Giannis is average about 10 assists a game. So he ain't only just getting you 10, 11, 13 rebounds and 30 points. He's going to get you about 10 assists a game messing around with Cat and messing around with Brunson. So, I mean, that's more of a lateral move.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you know this is going to start one. We just freestyling right now. What about LeBron James, you guys? Would y'all consider LeBron James in New York? And who would you give up for him? We just freestyling now. So, salute everybody, man. We got 158 people in the building. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Run them up for your boys, man. We in here. It's the last Summer League game, but we talk about the other topic, Mikal Bridges, and now we don't. Obviously, I'm going to throw them to LeBron James in here because we got a team that's borderline championship ready. The championship readiness team. They was that close last year. So if you had a superstar player other than Tui, Mike could have got past this thing last year. Think about this here, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals last year? Do we, with all the energy that took away from that, see, I like what we doing with our young guys. Listen, man, we got a good thing going on in New York, but you only get so many times to get to this level. And it's hard to win a championship in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. And let me think about this for all you newcomers. The New York Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. I want to see a ring before I get off this planet. Right now, they at the best spot in their franchise ever to go out there and win a championship right now. This is the closest they've been in years. We haven't had a ring in 50-something years. So sometimes you got to say, you know what? I'm going to throw all my eggs in the basket. And if it don't work, I'm going to retool. I'm going to go back the old way. They all on contracts going to expire. Jalen Brunson can expire, Anunoby's can expire, Cats can expire. So right now in this 4-year window, the New York Knicks got to go for it, ladies and gentlemen. They got to go for it within this 4-year window because everybody else trying to get it too. And we don't want to be Knicks fans be like, listen, we haven't won a championship in 60, 70 years. That's crazy. but they are that close. So that's why I think the Knicks and they front office and what they doing. I understand it. It's now or never, Shop Power. So we got to see. I'm good with what the team we have. I think we got a talented team right now. I think we good right here. I really do believe that. I think the Knicks will definitely get to the finals in the East. But you just never know what happens in the course of a year. You know what I mean? You just never know what happens. So let's see how it goes. But I'm definitely rooting for these cats to get there, man. It's New York against everybody. You know how we talk about it. Knicks against everybody. We want to see them get a ring, man. I want to see Knicks get a ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's all. It's been a minute. And I think with a fan base like ours who support them so much, hey, we want to see the Knicks get a ring. That's what it all boils down to. And right now, with Jalen Brunson here, Cat here, you got to find a way to get over the hump with these guys because it could get harder after this. Like I said, look what the Houston Rockets just did. You know what I mean? Look at what the up-and-coming other teams here just doing. So who knows? Let's see.
And I'm glad you mentioned the Rockets, Divine, because some people kind of swayed away from the Slim Reaper. You know what I mean? Not Houston. He 39 years old. They gave out Jalen whatchamacallit. They gave up a whole bunch. They gave up a whole bunch to get him over there. So I don't know why everybody was like, oh, now we ain't giving up him for that. Look what they gave up. Any of those guys that they gave up, I bet you we would want them over here in the Knicks. They're saying anyway. Grin to LeBron, it would almost have to be almost like the same deal we just talked about. You know what I mean? It would probably do G and Josh Hart because we don't have no $10 million. What $10 million player we got? We got any $10 million players, Divine?
No.
Other than Mitchell Robinson. So if you're looking to get $50 million, you're giving up Mitchell Robinson and OG to get him here. You know what I mean? I don't know if I do that. And plus they just signed whatchamacallit, oh man, I'm messing all the way up. The dude from the prima donna dude, the center.
Turner?
No, not the Lakers.
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Who did the Lakers sign that I missed? I haven't been tapped in.
The guy that used to be on
Brook Lopez. They signed Brook Lopez from am I right? Did he go to the Lakers or he went to the Clippers?
The Lakers just signed. Didn't the Lakers just sign? Oh my God, what is this?
DeAndre Ayton. I'm sorry.
DeAndre, that's right. I can't remember his name. They just ordered DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, prima donna. I can't remember his name. They just got him, so I don't think the move with Mitch would work over there. You know what I mean?
And they brought back the young boy, Jackson Hayes too.
Yeah, so I don't think that works. So
it's interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm fine with the team we have, but you never, like when you in the business, you never shy away. Because, like prime example, if KD, you got Jalen Green, Dalen Brooks. And maybe a couple of picks. I don't know what the picks were. Clippers, yeah, right. Clippers the one got my man. Excuse me, Fabian got Brook Lopez. But anyway, I don't think Jalen Green and Dalen Brooks is too far off from Mikal, Mitch, and Josh Hart. I think Jalen Green is considered, like, to me, a Mikal level type player because his offense bad. So, and then you could throw Dalen Brooks. Okay, I'll give him a Josh Hart type thing. But they got KD for them because sometimes it all depends what the other organization trying to do. You know what I mean? But I think depending on the salary structure of the deals and what have you, you never know. Who knows? But I tell you what, though, it's going to be interesting in the next month. But like I said, I don't think anything happens. I think all we're going to wind up doing is bringing in another minimum deal. But and then
who's your pickup on the minimum deal, Divine? Since we in the pool already, who's your pickup?
Minimum deal. I'm Shaman and Ben Simmons. Shaman or Ben Simmons. Shaman or Ben Simmons. That's where I'm at.
All right, yeah, we kind of on the same page. I like all the other guys, but I think the two best guys that would fit in. Even though I think Shaman is priced his way out of the New York Knicks. I think Shaman could go somewhere and get $4 million. I don't know where, but I think he's really holding on to see what happened with Giannis too, because I'm pretty sure he done got somebody to offer him some or talk to him or want to talk to him or something like that. I'm pretty sure Shaman is a knockdown 3-point shooter all his career, and I believe if he wasn't hurt in the beginning of the year, we would have probably won an extra 2 more games. I mean, I think we'd have been about 53, 54, or the way we were talking about at the end of the year. I think, you know what I mean? I think we would have been, if he wouldn't have hurt himself, and that's not even with Mitchell Robinson. Him and Precious, if they would have started on time, then we wouldn't have been the rotation would have been a little longer going into the playoffs if Tom Thibodeau had those 2 guys earlier in the season. I think he would have played them a little bit more. I think he would have played Shaman. I think he would have played Precious if they didn't get hurt in the beginning of the year. But with that being said, yeah, I say I joke about it, but for me, the best bet is Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? I think Ben Simmons can come here and start. I want him to come here and start. I want him to be a starter. You know what I mean? Push Mitchell Robinson back into the second unit and let him and Yabusele and Clarkson get busy with Deuce and Josh Hart. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
That's legit right there.
That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think. But if realistically, I joke around and say this too, but if you want another name that's under the radar and all that stuff, bring back PJ Tucker. The reason why he's not going to request for no minutes, he ain't going to probably want no real minutes, and now you already got your 10-man rotation. Realistically, you already got a 10-man rotation, so you ain't got to worry about nobody say, but knock on wood, if somebody happens to slip a trip or something like that, and you might need somebody to fill in, maybe he could come in to fill in. I don't know how many games, but that 14, 15 person on the roster we looking at, that's him. And I mean, if we looking, I don't know if they're going to go get. If you bring anybody else into the rotation right now, who you knocking out? If you bring in Bill, or if you bring in the guy that I just mentioned earlier, you know what I mean? Who you knock out the rotation?
Bill signed though.
Yeah, not Bill. I meant to say we were just talking about him, the defensive player that came from the Boston and went to whatchamacallit. He won the defensive championship in Boston, and then Boston traded him. I just mentioned his name. I can't.
Holiday. Oh, Marcus Smart.
Smart. I ain't even smoking a minute. That's why I'm telling you, I should have, because everything I remember that I can't. I'm missing things anyway. Marcus Smart.
He's not.
If you bring him on,
he's guaranteed to be bought out though. He's still under contract though.
Right, but just hypothetically, just talk about Marcus Smart. Where he gonna play? Who minutes is he gonna take? Are they gonna take the minutes from Deuce? I don't think they're gonna take the minutes from Josh Hart or Clarkson. So where he gonna play? So that's how I'm saying he ain't gonna be starting. I don't think they're gonna start Marcus Smart. Well, they could Marcus Smart and then Jalen Brunson with Cat, OG and Mikal. They could do that. And I mean they could do that. That is an option, but I don't think they will. Marcus Smart is only like 6'4". It's another small guard in the starting line. If that's the case, you start Deuce McBride. In my opinion, he's a better point attack defender than Marcus Smart. So I don't know.
Yeah, I do think they need to have another a really good ball handler in there. And that's the only reason I like Ben Simmons, because I think Ben Simmons don't need the offense. He don't need the offense bag or nothing. But he can he could rebound, he could pass the ball, he could dribble the ball. He can
still dunk and drive to the basket. You don't have to shoot no jump shots. That's why I don't know why everybody think you need to shoot jump shots. The guy's 6'10", you can barely stop him if he drives to the basket.
Yeah, because even with Jalen Brunson and Cat there, you don't have to worry about who's gonna have the ball in hand with 10 seconds left on the clock, or when they swinging it around the thing. What he need to do is when that ball gets swung, he need to dab to the inside, go towards the rebound, go to the middle, just in case somebody put up a shot. And he, what that big body is, and like I said,
awesome rebounder. He's an awesome rebounder.
Yeah,
and the short minutes that he played last year, I think it was 13 minutes. He was 7, 6, and 6, or something like that. 5, 6, and 6, or something like that. Good numbers in 13 minutes. I'll take that. Not as a starter, but for 13 minutes, you saying that ain't good? Come on, man. Guys, still, I was watching some of his highlights of last year. He still could drive to the basket. He still could rebound the basketball. And oh my golly, the guy still can pass the ball with finesse. So and maybe he just needs a change of environment with 4 other all-star players. You telling me he come over here and he's with a Jalen Brunson all-star, a Cat all-star, one premier wing with OG Anunoby, which is a defensive presence. You don't think he's gonna come over here and play better? I mean, I would hope so. And if I think we get him now, I think he'd still be able to trade him at the trade deadline.
Well, I ain't going front though. If you need you need a defense stop. You got Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, Mikal, Ben Simmons, and Deuce McBride. That's lockdown.
Come on, man.
At the end of the game, Knicks up 3, they tie or they need a stop. I'm just using scenarios. You need a defense stop. You put Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges, and Deuce McBride. That's some lockdown shit right there.
Come on, Devon. Come on, man. Don't stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Devon, and I'm not advocating for Simmons, but I see what Simmons can bring. Myself, like I said, I like my Brogdon. You know what I mean? I like Brogdon because I think he also could come in and start too. But he has, and the worst thing about him is him being healthy. Like I said, he hasn't played more than 65 games in the last 5 years or so. And I mean, that's a problem. But if you would get Simmons over here, this guy's also, I mean, Brogdon is a 50-40-90 guy. He used to be, not no more. You know what I mean? I think he would come over here and execute. I mean, what we need is somebody to pass the ball that can see over everything. And what I would like for Ben Simmons to do is to make Jalen Brunson do too. Ben Simmons could be the point. He could be dishing the ball out. He could bring the ball up. Where Brunson, one thing that I hated last year was Jalen Brunson was being dogged all year long. One defender coming, then off the screen, another defender on him, and then another defender. Then by the time we end the clock, we got 9 seconds left. We then wasted 17 seconds just trying to get the ball over the half line and set up. We give it to somebody that could push the ball and put him off. And we didn't see a lot of open shots from Jalen Brunson. You want to know why? Because he always predominantly had the ball in his hand. So he decided to drive when he could have the drive instead of the open shots.
Real. Hey, AP, I got some on order. I definitely get it in before the season start. But I definitely got some on order and everything like that. So I definitely be getting them out there. AP, appreciate you, man. You already know. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, the only reason I'm advocating for Ben Simmons, the man, he be getting a vet minimum. It's not like we give him, ain't like we give him $20, $30 million. Ain't like we give him $15 million. That man would be on a $3, $4 million, whatever. His talent is way above that. It's way above that. So, you know, it's interesting to see, man. It's a lot of noise out there. I don't know how much the Knicks going to do. They might, like me, I'm rooting for Kevin McCullough. You know what I mean? I'm really rooting for that young man. Out of all them dudes on the Knicks that I seen in Summer League, I think Kevin McCullough's skill set can help the Knicks right now. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. And we already got Hawk and Purdy locked in there at the 5 spot pretty much. But whoever the Knicks bring in there, man, we just want them to get it popping. I love Lips. What's good with you? Salute everybody in the chat, man. Salute everybody in the building where you're streaming in from, everything, man. It's Knicks Real Talk, Devon Shop Powers. It's the pregame show. The game about to start, man. Like you said, we're going to get out here in a minute, man. And this is the last Summer League game, ladies and gentlemen. But everybody, you know, you'll see us sporadically throughout the year with some content out there. But just make sure y'all tell a friend. We in the building, man. We in here.
I wish I'd have known. I could have said we could have had a watch along. I'd have set my thing up. We could have watched along and just kept talking the whole thing. I wish I could have done it earlier.
I don't have a problem with Dylan Wright. I think all them guys make sense. Dylan Wright, Shaman, all of them, Prezi. I just think that it's really not about what we want, it's who the Knicks going to sign. Because a lot of these guys, if the Knicks want them, they would have signed them. See, that's why I try to base my analysis off of if the Knicks haven't done it, that means they don't want them. You know what I mean? That's what I talk when I look at all these variables. I put all the variables in the stuff. I could play GM on this thing all day. It don't even matter. The New York Knicks is the ones who want to get it. If the New York Knicks want anybody, they'll bring them in there. If they don't want them, they ain't. So I agree with y'all. A lot of guys, I would love for a lot of these guys to come back because of the continuity. Like I would love to have Wright back here. I would love to have Shaman back here because them guys been on this team already, and the continuity matters. But at the same time, the Knicks might be looking at something different. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the Knicks gonna do. All we could do is just wait and see. But I agree with Prezi. I'll bring all of them. I would love to bring out of board Wright and Shaman back here. Especially, I love Shaman. I think Shaman ball deep with that knockdown 3-point shot. I like all that about him. And he's a veteran who's been around. He's been in this league. He know how to play in these on the upper stage when it comes to the playoffs. So we need guys like that. I'll bring them dudes back in a heartbeat. But all depends what these guys want to do. I don't know what Leon Rose or Garrison Rojas or Worldwide West. I don't know what these guys thinking, but if they don't bring them back, that means they ain't want them. So they must be doing an angle for something different. Or this all might play out another week or two. I don't know. It all might play out, Shot Powers. It might play out. These cats need to just bring this team back. We was that close. And the reason why I say bring this team back, Shot Powers, you just added to two pieces you kind of needed. You know what I mean? Yabusele and Clarkson. So right. I'm good with nothing. You could keep Ben Simmons away. You could keep all these teams away for the I care. You brought in the two pieces we need to make our bench a little strong. Because that was our Achilles heel last year with our bench 30th in the league, ranked last in the league in bench.
That was it.
So now you brought in a couple of guys who can not only shoot the ball pretty good, Yabusele above 35% shooting, Clarkson probably around 35, but they can get buckets though. And I think that was our Achilles heel last year in the playoffs against Indiana. Our bench couldn't come to the rescue because our starters was about burnt out. I guess that's how we look at it. But we'll see how it goes, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. Later on down the line, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all enjoy the game, man. I would like to leave y'all out there. I hate to get off, but we're gonna get into this game thing and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, all you ladies and gentlemen who came in, who've been in the chat, who've been on the thing, man, hit the like, subscribe for your boys, man. And we ain't gonna be in the building all year long, no matter what. Like I said, we obviously training camp will be popping off in another month and change. But we will hear something. We either gonna hear Mikhail got signed coming up, somebody got traded, or somebody in the Knicks signed. We hear that in the next week or two. So
we'll be on.
We'll be on, man. Real talk, man. But listen, everybody, thank y'all for coming in. For real. We could do this all night, man. But we're gonna get here and watch our young men try to get it done one more time before the summer officially becomes dead. because dead and all that good stuff. But Shot Powell, give me your last words, my man. We get up out of here.
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Don't squabble over spilled milk. The Knicks are going to do what they're going to do. We could talk about all the things we want to happen, but the Knicks are going to do what they want to do. So we'll talk about it when it happens. Whoever comes, whoever goes, so be it. We'll be on the next day to talk about it so everybody can talk about it and think about it before we get on so we can really talk about it. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Appreciate everybody coming in, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all was on fire up in there. Always dropping the wealth of knowledge up in there, man. Keep us educated as well. So you know how much we appreciate the chat, man, because you cats always get it going up there, man. Like I said, this is the most knowledgeable fan base to me in sports, and it's always feel good when we got them up in our show. You know what I mean? It's always good when we got y'all up in here because, like I said, y'all the invisible panel. Y'all might not see our faces, but y'all on the panel. You know what I mean? That's how we get down, man. And everybody, well, listen, we out of here. Thank everybody, man. We'll see y'all cats on the next episode. My brother Shot Power, I'll holler at you, man. Y'all enjoy the game, man. We out. Divine, Shot Power. Next we'll talk. The chat, man. We out. Peace. Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holler at you. One. Up in the
black Silverado. Stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. Our 32nd word is bound with Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, but no tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep myself doing the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat. So we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olan, Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV. That's Cody. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.